Hey guys, so Martin from Sexy Water. This is video number 2 on installing the SD501 Platinum. So the first thing you want to do is come to your tap. You should have a little filter in the end of it. You can just, usually it's just finger tight, but if you do need to get the pliers on it, then the pliers, here they are. You can use a set of plumber's grips. Just be wary of, obviously, this is metal on metal, so you might just want to put a rag around them, and you turn it to the left. Okay, so you're going clockwise to undo. Now when you take this out, there's usually a rubber ring in there, but I've already taken it out because I installed this earlier on. You take it out, make sure you get your finger in there, pull it out, all good. Now then, Inagic give you a standard fitting, which is like this. In all fairness, it's a big ugly thing, but it goes on the end of your tap. So what you need to do is, they also give you a fitting kit, which is like this, okay? And you just need to source which adapter goes in the end of the tap. So let's just open it up. And you'll see there's different ones. So what we've got here is we've actually got a female, so we need a male. So basically a male has got the screw on the end. So just test it first. Put it in place, that's too small. The grey one should be the one for tightening it up. In there, yeah, tightens on. Now then, some people actually put this on first, where I actually found it to be a lot easier. If you take this lid off, this top piece, comes off like this, and you actually put that on top, and then screw that back on. Just line it up so it fits in there nice and flush, he says. So it looks like this, okay? Then when you're screwing it on, it's actually going to screw the whole block on. That saves you a lot of time, a lot of trying to struggle getting this bigger outer ring onto the unit. And all you've got to do is just get it in place to where it's nice and tight. And there we go. So we take off this back clip here, and what we're looking for is the pipe that's green. Okay, it's got water supply into the unit. Easiest way to get the little cap out is to get it in your mouth and just bite on the end, just behind the cap, and it pulls it out a little bit. Get it off. If you've got long nails, you'll be able to get it off, but I like to keep my nails short. So with this here, we get the white little screw cap we've got on the back, and we just push it on so that the pipe comes on through. And then just turn it, twist it so it goes on. Okay, so with the unit in place, what we're actually going to do is we're just going to create a little bit of a loop, and then we're going to pull this through. Now then, when you connected it, what I find best to do is when you're tightening, you're always going to turn it this way around. So I like to turn the pipe the opposite way and put it on, and then slide this white little connection clip, so that when I'm tightening it up, as I am doing now, it starts to twist the pipe as it gets tighter, just back into place. Because if I did it the other way, it'd just wrap around and around. So there's that there now. Bring that pipe back over, and then just push this around the back out of the way. Okay, you can deal with it making it neater at a later date. Now then, once that's in place, basically what we've got, we can test the tap. If that tap works normal, turn it second time, it creates a shower. Third time it would actually go through the unit, but we're not ready for that yet. We've just checked that it's not leaking, it's all good. Now then, this pipe here has got an orange sticker on, and it says strong acidic out. Okay, so this is the waste that's coming out, and also your 2.5 strong acidic cleaning water. So we want to run this pipe along the back. Just pull this right here. So we're going to run this pipe along the back and just put it behind the unit. So some people actually like to leave it this length, and connect it as a waste as it is there. This is the pipe that comes with it within Agic. So you've got two different options here. You can pull this out and you can actually, it's a pretty cool little apparatus. You can connect, same again, take off the end, and you can actually plug this into here, suction on the finger, connect it to the side of the sink, and when you run your water through the unit, it's actually going to separate those waters. And this is the problem where I've got no nails. There we go. It's actually going to run those waters through and separate it. So just when you get your unit, I don't know if you can actually see here, at the bottom, these are where the pipes come out. So you just nip them up, just make sure they're nice and tight. Just finger tight, you don't need to get a wrench on them or anything like that, a spanner. Offer the unit back, in place, and there we go. So we've now got our acidic pipe coming down here, and we've got our water in pipe, and then obviously we've got the good water is going to come out. And what you can see I'm doing here, I've just straightened it and just tightened it up, just to make sure that that's not loose either. Right. We're ready to go. We're actually ready to connect it into the wall. So this is the standard fitting within Agic. Okay, I just want to explain that this is as simple as you go. We get rid of all this waste material here, and then we plug the unit into the wall because we need power for the electrolysis process. So we'll just get that out of the way. Here we go. Power on, and the unit's now on. So I'll turn it this way just so you can see. So what we're going to do is now, we're going to turn the tap on. We go to the shower, and the third setting is ion, which basically is sending the water through the unit. First time you unit, it's going to take a little bit of time, because it's got to fill the filter up, fill the machine up, and then it's going to start coming out as it is. And what you're going to notice here is the water that's the acidic water that's the runoff is actually coming out of this pipe down the bottom. Okay? So we've got that down there. At the moment we're running clean water through the unit. The unit will speak to you to give you a heads up as to what level of water you've got. So if I press Camden, 8.5, we know what we're doing. So remember, that's the water you start on. So we go back to clean water. We're just 3 minutes. You let the clean water go through the unit and just flush the unit out, because they've done testing back in the factory to make sure this is fine. Now then, we've already discussed how this is the basic fitting. So let's turn the water off. Go back to that tap. Turn this unit back out the way. And what I'm actually going to do is going to show you another way you can deal with the exit hose instead of having this on. So we pull, this might be a bit hard to get up. It's coming, so's Christmas, but it's coming. Okay, now then with this, what Agic also offer you, provide for you, is, where we put it, here it is. So, you have this little gripper. What you can do is you can actually bring the pipe just out of the unit and actually cut this cable, this pipe, and then just feed this up and then stick it on here. So it can be a lot shorter, okay? So hopefully you can see that. You can just stick it on here, cut this, and make it a lot shorter. So you can actually adapt it to how you want. However, we do have some other options. We have, oh, I've moved it. We have the, bear with me. So we have an additional exit pipe. So this is something you can't actually get from Agic, an engineer makes this. But instead of using this ugly exit pipe, you can have a beautiful chrome one that actually attaches in here. And this is the one that Lauren's gone for, so we'll be obviously installing that shortly. And then your next one is the the valve here, the stainless steel valve that goes on the end, the chrome valve, sorry. Basically what we're going to do is now install that. So to walk back through the process, we're going to unscrew this and take this big block off. Okay, that's come off there. We're going to undo this. This is the easiest way to do it, guys. None of this unscrewing off here. Screw the whole block. So much faster. Then we're going to get our connection here. So it's got a little rubber washer on the end. It can only go in one way. It's self-explanatory. This is one we've been using before, so I'm just going to connect this one on. Push it into there and screw it on. Really, really easy. Just nip it up with your fingers. The bottom actually turns anyway, rotates around. So what we're going to do here is just get the other clip, which is a metal clip. That's going to feed through down this, over this pipe. So remember, this is the water in, and remember what we're going to do, we're going to twist it, just to help make it easier as we connect it. Excuse the dog taking some water there, and yes, drinking sexy water, absolutely. No other water, the dogs absolutely love it. So, I'm going to tighten that up. Okay, so I'm sure you'll agree with me that that looks a lot nicer than that. 66 Australian dollars. Look at the difference, massive. So, then we've got this pipe, as I mentioned earlier. So what we're actually going to do, just turn the power off. We're going to gently lower the unit down, okay, being very careful. We're going to unscrew this. Can you see what I do? Okay, so we're going to take off this waste pipe. We're just going to put it out of the way, keeping an eye on that O-ring. Okay, now then we're going to come to our exit pipe, which is here. And these are really simple, guys. It's simply screw in, push, and done. So this is your additional pipe that we're going to put in there and just screw it in place. Okay, that's nice and tight. Turn it around, and then all we do here is we just push it in place. Okay, if you're not happy with it, you can't pull it out. You have to actually just push back on the little plastic connection. Push it in, then be careful to lift it back up. Now then, this pipe, as I mentioned earlier, we just feed it round the back. And now look at the differences in fitting. How much cleaner does that look? So much better. Obviously we can turn this around just to show you. It's nice and clean fitting. Pipes are out the way. Then all I do, power back on. We've got our water coming out the tap. Turn it around. And this is the difference now. We've got the clean water coming out. You can crank the tap up. This is how fast it comes out. It doesn't drip. The machine will actually tell you if the flow is too much. So if you've got an unscrewing tap, you can put too much water through, it'll tell you. The water going through cannot be hot. So let's just turn that down so it's not making too much noise. But look at the differences in the install. A lot better on the eye. Okay, so we're going to leave that water running for a few minutes, just to let it clean the unit out, and then we're going to go through exactly how this unit works. Thank you.